I don't, what do we do?
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I think I'm already fine. Order. At this time, we're going to have a flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I request a moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation and the first responders who protect our neighborhoods.
Councilmember Quinn?
Here.
Councilmember Friedlander?
Here.
Councilmember Judna? Councilmember Smith?
Here.
Councilmember Sackett?
Here.
Councilmember Jackson?
Here.
Councilmember Noon?
Here.
Vice President Abrahamsen? Council President Kelley?
Here. 5, this meeting was advertised in the Daily Record and the Star Ledger, the official newspaper of the Township of Rockaway, on August 29, 2019. Notice was posted on the official bulletin board of Rockaway Township. Before we go into this, we do have special meeting requirements under 2-5S.3, and have we received the written notices from the council members that requested this meeting?
I did not receive individual notices from the various council members that requested it. I received written notice from Mr. Jackson.
Go ahead.
It's over, then.
But it was requested.
Should you repeat it? No, I didn't get the individual written notices.
Thank you. Number 6, we have the designation of Sergeant of Arms, Township Code 2-5.15 quorum. While the council is in session, the members shall preserve order and decorum. The council president, at his or her discretion, shall direct the chief of police or such other person in the police department as he or she may designate to be Sergeant of Arms of the council. The Sergeant of Arms shall employ reasonable means to maintain the proper order and decorum consistent with accepted standards. I see 2 police officers in the rear. I have Officer Medina, Officer, trying to see, Hamilton, I'm sorry, the glasses. You 2 are Sergeant of Arms? Great, thank you. We have next, we have to the public. We have the signage sheet is notice. We do. We have under the order of business under 2-5-7 is that's the next in line is the open to the public. So we are moving into the open to the public. The public wishes to speak. We have Mrs. Salberg being first.
Lisa Salberg, 10 Bergen Hill. Would have been nice if we kept with the agenda that was published because my comments would have been better suited for that portion of the meeting. However, somebody has to take the rules into his own hands again. So number 1, I would like the town council and the administration to move forward with an ordinance which would require council members be present for closed sessions. As we had an issue with the last closed session that somebody wanted to call in, there are serious concerns about the sanctity of the closed session when you don't know where that person is, you don't know who's in the room with them, you don't know if they're recording, you have no knowledge. So for the safety of the town, we should not have closed session members outside of the building unless you can come up with some type of special condition for illness in the hospital with the doctors know, and you would probably want to have that. Thank you. You would probably want to have that via Skype or some other type of visual means to inspect whether there's somebody else in the room or not. So I'm hoping the ordinance committee can take that up, and we can put a rest to all of these silly games that some people like to play with the council. Secondly, I'd like to state that I wish that there were a code of conduct and ethics for council members specifically, that if they have property of their own that is non-compliant with the ordinances of this town, that they be held to a higher standard, because you make the laws. You should not only enforce them and help them to be enforced, but you should comply with them. Mr. Kelley.
Thank you, Mrs. Albert. This is the only individual that signed, but if there's any member from the public that wishes to come up and speak, Ms. Gregg.
Stacy Gregg, Rockaway. Thank you, Lisa Selberg, for, yay, thank you for saying that. I would also like to propose that there's an ordinance, maybe after exploration from your committee as to what other places do, but I think it's asking a little bit much of the community to have people calling in, phoning it in, more than 3 times in a row, or more than 3 times a year. If they personally were in the hospital, God forbid, an accident of some kind, something, you know, the committee could come up with an ordinance that would make it appropriate to remove from council anyone who has not personally attended 3 meetings within a month, within 4 months, a quarter of a year, you know? I wouldn't say 3 in a row, maybe 3 out of every 4 months. I think it'd be right to ask them to step down and to have their party appoint somebody else for their position. But I really think it needs to be addressed. This is getting ridiculous. And Mrs. Selberg already brought up about the closed session. You didn't even know that Mr., oh, I forget his name, JJ, that he wasn't even in the room. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the public who wishes to speak? No? Seeing none, close this portion to the public. Number 7 we're on, we have resolution R 19-170. Resolution removing the council president and vice president and electing the replacements pursuant to Article 4, Section 25.8D, which is Ordinance O-19-15 of the Rockaway Township Administrative Code. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Council President, if I may,
I'm in the middle of a motion, Mr. Adjourn.
I don't care whether you're in the middle of a motion or in the middle of a river.
Is there a...
There should not be discussion unless you respond to the rice notice that was sent to you, which specifies that there can be no discussion in open session unless you elect it. I notably do not mention former Council Vice President Abrahamsen, who by letter, which I'd ask the clerk to read into the record at this point, resigned her position as Vice President effective 4th. So I ask you, Council President, if you're going to make a rice election. If not, any discussion by law must take place in closed session, at which point I'd ask somebody to make a motion that we go into closed session, and I'd ask the clerk to read a closed session resolution for the council and vote on.
Mr. Giaccofano, there was a notice that was sent to me, certified mail. Unfortunately, it was reached to me after the deadline that you had submitted here.
Well, let's talk about how, I'd ask the clerk to specify for the council, the other members of the council and the public, how the rice notice was communicated to you and Ms. Abrahamsen. Ms. Clerk, would you do that, please?
It was transmitted by email, certified mail, regular mail.
Is it your stated testimony, Mr. Kelley, that you received none of those media in the time to reply?
I did not receive any of them prior to...
Prior to what?
Well, Mr. Yachafano, first of all, you're not going to depose me, it's on here. Second of all, we have an open motion now to go onto a resolution to vote on, which you're interrupting on that.
Then I
As far
must
as,
advise
excuse me, Mr.
council,
Yachafano.
are you going to elect on the rice notice or not?
Mr. Yachafano, you had given me a deadline on the rice notice. When I had received the rice notice, which was beyond the time frame you gave, you sent it out on the 28th of August.
I didn't send anything out, Mr. Kelley.
It was sent out, well, you prepared the rice notice, correct? Who sent it? Mr. Yachafano, did you prepare the rice notice?
What difference does it make who prepared it?
Mr. Yachafano, did you prepare the rice
What
notice?
difference does it make, Mr. Kelley? Are you alleging the rice notice was deficient in some respect? If so, please tell us how.
Mr. Yachafano, did you write the rice notice?
Depose you, Mr. Kelley. I'm not here to be deposed.
Neither am I, Mr. Yachafano. Hereby, then, we're going to look at this. If I received this rice notice after the deadline of August 29th that you provided to me, how could I respond in an according fashion?
Mr. Kelley, you have the rice notice now, do you not?
I have the rice notice. You have the
What
right
is
to
your
discuss
election
any conduct
under the
in both
rice
public
notice?
session or the public notice. If you wish to please affix your signature and date it in there no later than 4 p.m. on August 29th, 2019. So this is beyond the time frame. You're not going to tell me when I received it if I received it after that time frame. You can provide it to me in a more earlier fashion.
Resign.
So we have the...
Kelley, do you elect to have the discussion, any discussion on the motion, on the resolution in open?
We have a resolution that's open right now with a motion and a second.
You're a very sick man.
I'm advising the council as a matter of I'm advising the council as a matter of the law unless there's...
In order to my motion, I'm going to make a motion to go into closed session.
I'm going to second it.
Do I have, and I'll read the We have resolution R-19-171, resolution authorizing an executive closed session in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6, ETC, C, to discuss personal matters. Whereas the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Act generally requires the meetings to be open to the public, and whereas the Open Public Meetings Act further provides that a public body may exclude the public from a portion of the meeting of which the public body discusses items enumerated in the Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-12B, which items are recognized as requiring confidentiality, and whereas it is necessary and appropriate for the Rockaway Township Council to discuss certain matters in a meeting not open to the public consistent with NJSA 10:4-12B. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Rockaway, County of Morris, New Jersey as follows. The Rockaway Township Council shall immediately hold an executive session from which the public shall be excluded. The general nature of the subject discussed at said executive session shall be as follows: personnel matters. The minutes of the executive session shall be made available for disclosure to the public consistent with NJSA 10:4-13. When the items which are subject of closed session discussion and are resolved in reason for confidentiality no longer exist, at this present anticipate approximately 30 days or to the next scheduled meeting. In the event that reason for confidentiality exists beyond such time, the public will be advised appropriately. 4, it is anticipated that the council will be in closed session on stated matters for 45 minutes. In the event that the closed session must extend beyond 45 minutes, the council will recess the closed session and the public will be advised of the estimated time required to complete the closed session, or whether the closed session will be continued at a subsequent council meeting. Following the closed session, the council may take action on the matter in which the subject of the closed session. It is hereby certified that it is a true copy of a resolution adopted by the Township Council of the Township of Rockaway on September 3, 2019. Clerk, please do the roll.
What's the roll for?
We'll go into closed session.
Councilmember Quinn?
Yes.
Councilmember Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Sackett?
Yes.
Councilmember Jackson?
Yes.
Councilmember Noon?
Yes.
Council President Kelley?
Yes. We have 7 yeses, 0 no's, 0 abstentions, motion carries. You want to go into the conference?
Can, please.
Oh, they're having some over there? We're going to the side to the shuffle board.
My jacket's on the chair.
We're back on the record. It is 8:05.
I'd like to make a motion to come out of closed session.
Second.
Clerk, please roll.
Councilmember Quinn?
Yes.
Councilmember Freelander?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Sackett?
Yes.
Councilmember Jackson?
Yes.
Councilmember Noon?
Yes.
Council President Kelley?
Yes. 7 yeses, 0 no's, 0 abstention, motion carries.
Council President, before voting,
Mr. Jackson, go ahead, you're recognized.
thank you. I'd like to read into the record email that was sent to me by Ms. Clipperton today, forwarded from Mrs. Abrahamsen. It was an email she sent at 8:03 a.m. to Ms. Clipperton and yourself. Dear Council President Kelley, I will not be able to attend the special council meeting this evening. Please accept this email as my formal notice of resignation from the elected position of Council Vice President of the Rockaway Township Council. My last day as Council Vice President is today, September 3rd, 2009, at the end of the working day at 4:30 p.m. I appreciate 2019. I appreciate the opportunity to work alongside you, and I will continue to serve the taxpayers of the township to the end of my term as an elected council member at large. Sincerely, Patricia Abrahamsen, council member at large. Just want that read into the record.
Mr. Jackson, when did you receive that email to?
I received it from Ms. Clipperton, looks like at 11:59.
Thank you.
Council President, before the resolution is moved and a vote taken on the resolution, I have copies of R-19-170, which I can distribute to the public so they know what the council will be voting on.
And just so you know, this is the most recent resolution that was prepared today by you in your office.
That's correct.
And this wasn't submitted in the backup data or on the website as part of the agenda? Take that as a no. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Why are we just gonna slow it down? Why?
Setting a choice for taxpayer dollars in council.
The resolution can be moved by title or read in full. I'll leave that to discretion of whoever wants to move the resolution.
I'll make a motion on resolution 19-170.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please do the roll.
The resolution should be at least read in title or read in its totality. That should be part of the motion.
I could read it in full if you want.
I don't need to do it. Never do it before in the past, so please do the roll.
Resolution 19-170, resolution removing the council president and electing his replacement pursuant to Article 4, Section 2-5.8 ordinance 0-19-15 of the Rockaway Township Administrative Code.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Give me a second. Any other discussion? I just want to put on the record that this is a inappropriate,
There's no discussion now, Mr.
it's
It's
contrary,
inappropriate under Robert's Rules of Order.
it's contrary to law, and it's unjust to the best interest of the public. So, moving forward.
Listen to our attorney one time?
Yeah.
Now go away, man, just go away.
Councilmember Quinn?
Yes.
Councilmember Freelander?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
No.
Councilmember Sackett?
Yes.
Councilmember Jackson?
Yes.
Councilmember Councilmember New?
Yes.
Council President Kelley?
No. Noes, 5 yeses, majority wins, motion carries.
Council President?
There is none.
Well, I'd like to make a motion, new motion, to vote.
Just you can say Mr. Quinn.
Okay. I want to make a nomination for President Jonathan Sackett and Vice President Joe Jackson.
Councilman Friedlander, that is a joint motion to elect Mr. Sackett as council president and Mr. Jackson as council vice president.
That's correct.
And you intend that to be voted on as a joint motion?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the appropriate move now would be to second that motion if required.
Second.
Is there any writing? There's a motion.
Waving.
There's the motion, you have it in writing, the motion.
I don't have that in writing.
Last time the minutes worked.
The resolution just passed by the council specifically provides for the election of replacements to the offices of council president and council vice president immediately after the successful vote on the resolution that was just passed. No written motion is required, as you and Mr. Jedniak should know from many escapades previously.
Councilmember Quinn?
Yes.
Councilmember Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
No.
Resign, Phyllis.
Councilmember Sackett?
Yes.
Councilmember Jackson?
Yes.
Councilmember New?
Yes.
Council President Kelley?
No. We have 2 noes, 5 yeses, majority wins.
I think we can make a motion to adjourn.
Well, wait.
I make a motion to adjourn.
We can swear you in as council president and council vice president respectively.
Take a quick 5-minute recess.
We gotta get set on the adjournment. You want to withdraw the adjournment?
We'll vote on the adjournment.
I swear I'm in. Chris, you did a good job.
Repeat after me. I, Jonathan Sackett,
I, Jonathan Sackett,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of Rockaway Township Council President
of Rockaway Township Council President
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I, Joseph Jackson, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Rockaway Township Council Vice President to the best of my ability, and that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, so help me God.
Go.
Are we off? I'm off.
They're on.
It's 8:22, we're back on the record.
We're recognized.
They could make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Third.
All in favor, or are we doing it individually?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Good job.